It may come as a surprise to many that biotin, which has been touted for decades now as a hair loss miracle or as a hair loss marvel, this information is fake news. Biotin has, for many decades now, stolen the spotlight as a miracle cure for hair loss. However, more and more scientists, more and more nutritionists, more and more biological scientists are coming to believe that this importance given to biotin over many years now, making it as a gold standard for hair loss treatment, is merely a myth. So in this talk, we'll be covering about what is biotin, where do we obtain biotin, and should biotin be taken for hair loss. So biotin is a water-soluble vitamin belonging to the vitamin B family. It is also referred to as vitamin H, that is vitamin hair, or coenzyme R. Biotin is required to convert certain nutrients in the body to energy. It also preserves the health of certain integumental structures like skin, like nails, and of course hair. The human body does not manufacture biotin. It is formed by the bacterial colonies residing in the gut. Doses as low as 30 micrograms are sufficient to meet all the requirements of biotin. However, we see that we are prescribed up to 10 milligrams or up 20 milligrams in a day. Does this dose, which is prescribed for biotin, stand the test of scientific judgment, scientific audit? No, it does not. So this is a huge myth. There's so much of myth surrounding biotin, its dosages, its deficiencies, its effect on hair loss, and therefore this talk. So very little amounts of biotin are required by the body to process the nutrients and to cause its many other benefits to the human body. Anything more than 30 micrograms per day is just merely flushed out of the body because it's a water-soluble vitamin. Yes, there are certain biological conditions in which biotin is required in higher dosages, and that is women who are pregnant and women who are breastfeeding their children. What are the signs and symptoms that if you have, you should note that you have biotin deficiency, and what are the causes of biotin deficiency? All this is given in detail in the comment section below. And if you feel that you have biotin deficiency, please read the description below. And if you have any questions, you can continue to ask me in the comment section below. Biotin is known to be deficient in patients who are taking long-term anti-epileptics and in those suffering from acne lesions of the skin who are taking isotretinoin tablets for a long time. Though research is needed to prove many of its touted benefits in hair loss and in preserving the health and integrity of the integumental structures, skin and nails and hair, it has certain proven benefits. And these proven benefits are four. Number one, it reduces the inflammation in the skin and in other body structures as well. Number two, it improves cognitive function. Number three, it reduces the blood sugar levels in diabetics. And last, and also very important, is it decreases the bad cholesterol, LDL, and increases the amount of good cholesterol, that is HDL, in the body. So where do we get biotin? In nature, biotin can be obtained in our diets through meats, especially organ meats like liver, kidney, also in egg yolk, various nuts, whole grain, mushrooms, and cauliflower. These are the food items which are very rich in biotin. However, you have to note that these items should not be overcooked because vitamin B7, that is biotin, is heat labile. It is destroyed in processed food. Biotin is also available very commonly as an over-the-counter drug. Everywhere, any shop, any pharmacy will have loads of biotin displayed on their shelves. For it is a very heavily advertised, heavily marketed drug. And many people are taking biotin supplements today. So should we be taking biotin for hair loss or not? There is very little research done on the effect of biotin on hair. Most of it is presumption, rumor, myths carried down the years, and myths which are perpetuated by advertisement, perpetuated by doctors believing that biotin have a lot of benefit for integumental structures, skin, hair, and nails. So this has been perpetuated over the years, and today many people prescribe biotin at the drop of a hat. But in clinical practice, we have often seen that biotin, if you prescribe biotin, it causes nails to thicken, it decreases the splitting of the nails, it decreases split ends of hair, it increases the luster, it increases the thickness, it increases the shine of hair. And yes, do doctors, do hair loss surgeons, do hair transplant surgeons prescribe biotin? Yes, they do. I do too. It is also our experience that the longer you take biotin, the better are its effects on hair, on nails, and on the skin. So what is the reason why biotin, minimal amounts of which are only required by the body, why does it produce such good effects on the body? It has been surmised that biotin interferes with the molecules that are engaged in the signaling pathway of the hair cycle, which pushes the hair follicles into the telogen phase. So it upsets this cycle and thereby increases the number of anagen hair which are seen at any given time, and therefore you experience bountiful hair on your head if you take long-term biotin. However, biotin as a treatment alone in male pattern baldness, androgenetic alopecia, has no benefit. If you have thinning hair, yes, it will produce benefit. It will make it look more lustrous, shiny and thick. But taking biotin as a cure for baldness, taking biotin in place of finasteride or in place of minoxidil, just because you're afraid of the side effects of finasteride or the side effects of minoxidil, it is not an alternative to any DHT blocker. It is not an alternative to any vasodilator. So please take it out of your mind that biotin is an alternative to finasteride just because it has been written in the prescription. So if you have any further questions on biotin, if you have any further questions on the treatment of hair loss, or any question pertinent to your specific nature of hair loss and concern, and which medicine would suit you better, and when is it ripe age for you to get a hair transplant, do drop me a comment below and I'll be very happy to reply back. Thank you for watching my video.